Hi everyone. In this video I'm going to explain what are the new changes came in Java 11 and Java 12. So I'm not going to cover all the new changes. I'm going to cover changes which developers should know for daily development and to crack the interviews. So without wasting the time, let's start. So these are the new changes came in Java 11. First one, they added new methods in string class to perform operations on strings. The second one, stream API enhancements. And the third one, HttpClient API to call the third party web services. And the fourth one, file API enhancements. And if you work with files, so you can use these new changes from Java 11 onwards. And the third one, they introduced a new method to convert collections into arrays. And they change, like if you want to run a Java file from command prompt, first you have to compile that file and you have to execute that dot class file before Java 11. Now you can directly run the dot Java file in from your command prompt. That's what they introduced in from Java 11. Let me show with each feature in each slide for better understanding. So let's start with string methods in string class. So the first method is isBlank. It is used to check whether the string is empty or contain only the white space characters. And these methods are useful when you want to validate the user inputs. And the second one, lines, split the string into stream of lines. And the third one, strip method, removes the leading and trailing white spaces from the given string. And the next one, strip leading, remove white spaces from beginning, and the strip trailing, remove spaces from backside. And repeat used to repeat the string specified the n number of times. If you pass the 3, the same string will repeat 3 times. So let me show with examples. So here I created a two strings. One is empty string, it doesn't have any characters. One is string, it has spaces before and after. So let me run and see the expected output these methods are giving or not. So if you see here, the first method has to return blank true. So because the string is contain only the white spaces, so it's working fine. And the second method, so this method is mainly useful, let's say if you are sending any emails, by the time you need to generate the body, so you can write it the complete email body like this. You just use lines method, so it will perform everything. So your email body will generate as you expected. You can send it to the customers. So the next one, strip, it is used to remove the spaces, so it is working fine. So the next one is strip leading, used to remove the space from front side. And the next one is removing space from back side. And the last one, repeat the string n number of times. So here I passed a count 3, so the Java is repeated 3 times. So this you can replace with your existing boilerplate code. So if you are usually what you will do, if you want to repeat the same string 3 times, you will do concatenation. Instead you just replace with the repeat method. So better clean code we can do, because the inbuilt methods are providing the functionality which you did explicitly by yourself. That are the best practices. So whenever you are migrating your Java version from 8 to 11, by the time you can replace your existing code with these new methods. So let's jump into the slides. Let's see the what collection changes. Collections to an array. So you have a collections, but you want to convert it into the array. So earlier we are using uh, creating an external array with that the collection size using for loop. We are going to putting values at certain indexes, but now it's not required. So here it's providing a to array method. So let me show with example, you will understand better. So here I created a one more class for showing the demo. So here I have a collection list of strings. So I want to convert this collections into normal array. So that's why here I'm using to array method. So let me print. So if you let me run it first. So what you are writing code to do the operations, the method itself internally doing. So what the Java people going to achieve means we need to improve the development speed. That's why they are introducing these new methods for faster development. If you want to deliver the product as much as fast, you want to reduce the um, if you want, you have to reduce the development time. So if the inbuilt methods are giving these functionalities, the developers just need to use. So we converted this collections into stream. If you see here, the string, the data got printed. So directly we cannot apply for each on this array. That's why we converted a array into stream type using array.stream method. You can use it in these methods. You can use it in your daily development. And the next one, predicate. So they introduced predicate.not method. So the use of this method is for clean code only. Actually, it's doing same job what before was. Before, if you are doing predicate, you have to do lambda function, but now onwards it's not required. So to show that, here I created a simple example. So if you see here, I created a list of strings. My job is to filter the strings which are uh, not blank. So here I using predicate. It is providing not, should not be null, should not be blank. So that method is printing only three: Java, Spring Boot, Angular. Whatever the rest all two strings are there, those are not passing this condition. So here it is bit clean. So the next one, local variable syntax for lambda expressions. So local variable syntax for lambda expression, where keyword they introduced in Java 10, as we discussed in our previous video. But now onwards you can pass this local variable in lambda expressions as well. So let me show here lambda expressions demo. So here we have a function interface by function. So I am implementing this interface using lambda expressions. So here I am passing the where keyword. So before we are not able to pass this keyword in method parameters, but from now onwards we can do it. So let me try to some. If you see here, so we have to, the required type is integer, so it is not taking. So because of here, so this is the use of there is means we are explicitly telling the type what we have to pass. That is the main use of passing where keyword in method parameters. So the next one, HttpClient API. This is very important for your development work, because if you are building any application, probably all applications will integrate with third-party APIs. So send HTTP requests and receive responses using a modern fluent API that will support HTTP 1 and HTTP 2 synchronize and asynchronous communications. So let me show one demo. So here I'm calling a simple third-party API, that is the get API actually. So here I created a object for HTTP client. So I am using here. So I am calling API. It has to return the result. So these APIs are will support for HTTP1 and HTTP2 synchronous and asynchronous communication as well. So let me run and see. So this API is returning a 200 as status code and response body as well. So instead of this much code, actually in real-time application we will not use, but internally mostly we will all use REST template or Fin client in our Spring Boot app. But internally this REST template and Fin client also will use the Java inbuilt HTTP clients actually internally. So it will reduce boilerplate code. Developers no need to write this much, they just need to call the get or post APIs. So next one, running Java files directly. So I told before, if you are writing any Java code, if you want to compile, so if you here's, let's say here I created a simple example. I written a hello world.java file. I written some functionalities. I want to test this file from command prompt. Earlier, what is the process means? First of all, we have to compile this file. So it will generate the dot class file. After that, we have to run this dot class file. Then only you will see the output in console. But from Java 11 onwards, you just directly call dot Java file. Internally, the functionalities will take care compilation and showing the output. So it reduced it removed one step. So the next one, improve performance and reduced application pause times. So actually, what this pause time means, whenever your application is running on production, means actually some n number of objects usually create. So these objects will removed by the garbage collector once they are not at all using. So whenever the GC performance was happening, by that time the application will pause. Whatever APIs got trigger, they will pause at some time. That is seconds. You will not see, but the pause was there. So by that time, this GC will remove unused objects from heap area. Then only new objects will get into that heap memory, or else we know uh, out of memory exception we will get. So what they improve, let's say G1 GC improvements, default garbage collector with performance and performance enhancements. What are the benefits for developers? Better throughputs and lower pause time for enterprise applications. So banking and insurance applications has n number of objects. So these kind of applications, it will more helpful. Improving the performance. That's it. So they introduced ZGC. It is an experimental. You cannot use in your production. So this is primarily for low latency garbage collection. So that pause time we want to reduce means we have to use this ZGC, but not it from Java 11. Suitable for large applications, requires minimal GC pauses. So one more, they introduced a new garbage collector, that is Eclipse. This garbage collector that perform no memory reclamation. So useful for testing. This is not for production environments. If you are testing any garbage collect GC scenarios in your local, you can use the Eclipse and GC. So they introduce new methods in file class. So if you are working with files, actually all 100% our applications will all 100% Java applications will use this file APIs actually. So if you want to generate any reports and you want to send it to the users, you have to use Java file API. So it is introduced new methods. First one is WriteString. The use of this write strings directly into the files. Let's suppose there is some invoice that was stored in some database or somewhere. You want to put the text into file and send it to the user through email. So using write string method, you directly write the data into the your file, and the read string reads the entire file content as a string. So let me show one example. I created a simple example for that. So this is the file methods. So let me run and we will discuss on these methods. So here I created a file sample.txt. I am writing Java 11. So let me change and let me run. It is writing or not, we will see. So this is the, in single line we completed all the tasks. So what we need to understand, they are reducing the number of lines of code to perform the task. If you see here, it printed Java 12. It is written, now it's written Java 12. So using this method you can achieve your functionalities within less code. So the next one, read strings. I think I should have explained this. So here I used read strings to read this file. So this entire content, it will come into the string. So next one. So now we successfully completed Java 11 features. Still you are watching, you are in right path. So let's start Java 12 features. There are minimal features in Java 12 actually. So they introduce some more new methods in string class and pattern matching for instance of. This is very important for developers. So I will show you with the example as well. And file mismatch method and JVM changes, switch expression. This switch expression is also very useful and compact number format. So without wasting time, let's start. So string class new methods. What they included new methods in string. One is indent. So the use of this method is just need to add some space. Before, if you want to add some space at some index, you need to iterate through the string, append, build new string. Those are all not required from Java 10 onwards. You just use indent. At what index you need space, you just pass that index to this method parameter. Everything this method will take care. And transform method applies a functions to a string to return a result. I will show you with one example. So let me close. So the switch Java dollar string methods. So let me run. So we will understand from output. So the first method what we used indent. So basically it is added space at index 4. If you see here, the space got added and the spring it printed in the second line. And the next one, transform the result. If you have a string, if you want to convert it into uppercase, you just use transform method from string class. Let me show the source code. So this is the string class source code. So this is a public method. It is taking as a functional interface. So internally also this is using a different method, apply from the functional interface. So using transfer method applies a function to string, return a result, and this adds indentation to each line of multiple line string. I hope you understand. Still you have a questions, please let me know in the comments. I will answer. So the next one, file mismatch method. So compare two files. Let's say you have an option to upload the documents. The user is uploading same documents n number of times. So instead of storing all the documents, if you comparing which the user uploaded before and now, both are same, means you no need to take the document which is pulling now. So by that time, to compare the documents, you can use this file mismatch method. So I will show you with one example for better understanding. What this method will do, let's say. So it will compare two files and return the position of the first mismatch byte, return a -1 if files are identical. So here I created one small example with a simple file. So here I created a two files, file 1 and file 2. So I am writing data in these two files using WriteString method as we discussed before. So though these two values are not same. So what this method is returning, let's say the file mismatch, where at what point the value bytes are not same. So it is written true. Let's check 1 2 0 1 2. So 0 1 2, here W was there, here V was there. So it returned as we expected. So this is the use of mismatch method. You can replace your existing code when you are migrating from older to new versions. That's why if you know, then only you can replace. You can tell to ChatGPT. So if you know Java 10, you can tell you replace with Java 10 features, use this method. So it will do. That's why we have to know what are the new changes came in every release. So sorry. So compact string number format. So the use of compact string is if you have a millions of number, if you want to show it in a human readable format, by the time actually we will use this compact string. In banking application and this stock market application, this is very useful if they build apps in using Java. So let me show with one example. Let's see what is the use of this method. So formats the larger strings into compact representation like k, million, billion. So I created one simple example to understand you guys. So let me show you compact string. So here I'm using get compact number instance, and language is local is US, and the number format style is short. So now we have an instance for number format. Now we are going to use formation of these numbers. So first we have 1,000. So let me run how the output was. It should be like 1k, 15k, and 15 million. So it came as we expected. First is 1k, 15k, and 2 million. So in UI we cannot show this much large number, right? So by that time you can do compact and send it in your response. So we will display this format in UI. This is human readable format as I can tell. So switch expressions in preview. So why they introduce the switch expression to reduce the boilerplate code actually. So the switch expressions allows switch return a value directly. So we initially what we did before, if any condition is true, there outside of the switch statement we are declaring variable and assigning the matched condition time some value to that variable. So from Java 12 onwards, it's not required actually. So let me show in new version how you can write switch expressions. So these are still in preview, so we cannot use for production. So here we have a switch statement. It is taking parameter as day, and here I have a simple switch case. So the first case is Sunday and Saturday and Sunday. If it is true, it should return weekend. So earlier Java 12, we cannot declare, we have to declare like this the code. But see, if you see right, it will not support. You have to declare one more variable, then you have to assign that value over inside of this block, case block. From Java 12 onwards, it's not required. So if you want to achieve same functionality before 12, it might take 5 to 6 lines. From 12 onwards, you can achieve within 3 lines. So the number of lines code we are going to reduce. So what is use of reducing the code means? What will happen? The compilation time will improve. You can see the output with if you are seeing output within 10 second means before 12, you can see it from now onwards within 7 seconds. So we are reducing the compilation time. So the user experience was good by that time. So the next one, pattern matching for instance of. This is very important whenever you are doing instance of, right? If the condition was true, we are explicitly casting the object to your expected reference type. But from still it is preview version in Java 12, but they released it. Now we can use directly this pattern matching instance of. So let me show. I created a simple example. So the purpose is very simple. We using this pattern matching also, we are going to reduce the code actually. So what is this? We are not. It was not there. I think. Sorry, guys. So let me write here the same code. So what here we are going to do? String. So if the condition s is instance of string, means you can use, so you can directly use here only. So before, what will happen, right? Let me show. String x is equal to, so you have to do in this way. Sorry, string. We need to do casting, but whatever casting explicitly we are doing, right, that is not required from using this pattern matching. So we can remove this code. So variables are duplicate, so you can use like this. So JVM changes, so all features they are doing some minor changes in JVM only. They introduced Srihando garbage collector. This is also experimental. Reduce the garbage collection pause time, improving the application responsiveness even with large heap sizes. So these heap sizes will come in mostly in enterprise applications like banking, hospital, insurance, and there are so many other. But those kind of applications, if they use these upcoming these DBs, but these are still experimental. They not, these are will not support for production environment. So using this garbage collector, they can improve the application performance. So successfully we completed Java 11 and Java 10, Java 11 and Java 12 features. So if you like this content, please do like and subscribe to our channels. Let me know if you have any questions in the comment section. Thanks for watching this video.